The Nigerian military has denied claims that it is planning to disrupt the upcoming presidential election. An official from the governing party, the APC, had said that army generals had last week held a secret meeting with the rival PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar. A statement from the army has dismissed the allegations as wicked and malicious. The army says it was professional and loyal to the constitution and would never be part of a plot to overthrow the civilian authorities. The government and the main political parties are yet to respond to the army's statement. Election campaigns, meanwhile, have heated up as the country prepares to hold its presidential vote less than 2 weeks away on February 25th. The campaign started 6 months ago and will close 2 days before the polls, according to Nigeria's Electoral Act. There are 18 candidates hoping to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari, who is not on the ballot this round after 2 terms in office. The 3 main contenders include Bola Tinubu, a veteran politician representing Nigeria's ruling party. The 70-year-old All Progressives Congress candidate forged his political career opposing military rule in the early 1990s and ruling Lagos as a governor between 1999 and 2007. Over the years, the wealthy businessman has been dogged by allegations of corruption, which he denies. Tinubu says he aims to continue Buhari-era policies like building public infrastructure and greater central bank intervention in the economy.
We have knowledge, courage, we have the capacity. We are better, much better than others. What you cannot waste is your time, and use it wisely.
It's been a very, very tough road, but we believe Tinubu Ahmed and Jetima, with the team partner that they have, they're very strong character, very focused character, 2 visionaries. Nigeria is in a very, very lucky space. And we thank God for blessing us with 2 warriors. 2 warriors. So when one is sick, the one will carry back.
CGTN's Deji Bademosi joins us live from Lagos with the latest. Deji, the military is denying allegations by the ruling party that it's set to disrupt the upcoming elections. Can you give us more details and why the ruling party is making these allegations?
Well, first off, is Penina, this is, this allegation is actually didn't actually come from. It's not officially from the ruling party, I should say. This allegation was actually made by one of the spokesperson of the ruling party. That's the presidential candidate of the ruling party now, the All Progressives Congress. And the individual who made this statement is a former minister and actually used to be a member of the People's Democratic Party. That's the main opposition party. Well, he made that allegation that the candidate of the opposition party, that's Atiku Abubakar, had a meeting with some senior military generals, and then he alleged that there just might be a coup plot in the offing. So the APC has not made an official statement now as to that allegation now, and so this is just an allegation now that emanated from one of the spokesperson of the APC, and that individual, this former minister by name Femi Fani Kayode, has actually been invited at this moment. Now he's been invited by the Department of State Services, that's the state secret police in the country. So obviously he'll be questioned, and we see how it goes. He's been invited to appear before the DSS this morning, and I suppose that meeting will be going on at the moment.
Yeah, and did we know Nigeria is no stranger to military rule? It's gone through that for decades in the past. How seriously are authorities responding to these allegations? And I'm also interested to know how the country is also responding to these allegations.
Well, I must tell you the truth. Not many people are taking these allegations seriously. You know, because for a very long time now, the military has pledged its allegiance now to the democratic institutions in this country and the democratically elected government of the country. The military had made it always clear that it would not it would not intervene in the democratic process, that whatever the problem is can be resolved through democratic means. So, of course, this is a surprise that this is coming up, but not many people are taking this seriously because, you know, I mean, we're used to allegations like this coming up at such a time. So the truth is that for a very long time now, the Nigerian military has been quite professional. So not many people are taking this seriously. But you know, you never can tell. We just have to wait and see what happens. The government itself has not spoken directly to the allegation, other than what the DSS has done. And of course, that's what the DSS would have done. I'm talking about the country's secret police now, to invite anyone who makes statements like that. So I would say that's actually the response of the government. But in terms of any statement at all, there's been no official statement from the government. And you know, it's also an irony that this allegation is coming from a member of the ruling party, the party in power in the country at the moment. So. So people are not taking this too seriously. Everyone believes elections will hold, and that, you know, on the 25th of February, I mean, a new president will emerge, and things will go well. But then, you know, as I said, you never can tell. I mean, for now, this is just it's just a mere allegation, and not much has been read into it. Some people are regarding this as just politics.
Right. Let's talk about the growing concerns, Deji, over insecurity and also the biting economic crisis ahead of the polls. What is the current situation?
Well, to be candid, things are still tough. If you remember that last week, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, I'm talking about the issue of the Naira scarcity now, and that is what is giving people a serious headache. As we speak at this moment, people still do not have access to the new Naira notes. As we speak, you go to banks are still, you see huge crowds in front of banks and ATM machines. So the problem is still there. The new Naira note is still not very much in circulation. It's still a problem accessing it. And the central bank, of course, called a meeting today. Everyone is waiting to hear what the central bank would say. But as we speak also, banks are refusing to collect the old note, even after the Supreme Court had ordered that the old notes should be allowed, I mean, should be circulated, should be allowed to be in circulation. But some banks, as a matter of fact, have sent out messages to their customers not to bringing the old note. So there's still confusion in the country. There's still confusion. And the fuel scarcity is not completely gone. It's still there. It's still a problem. And, you know, the fear is that if this continues for the next 1 week or so, it might negatively impact the coming election. Because, I mean, if people do not have money to actually move around, commute around, because sometimes they may need to go make a short journey now to their polling units to vote. And when you have fuel scarcity too, then, you know, it could spell logistics nightmare now for INEC, that's the Independent National Electoral Commission. So, well, the government has said all of this will be resolved before the election, but then don't forget the election is just, I should say, a couple of days away. So we'll wait and see what happens. But things are still a bit tough. Things are still a bit tough in the country. As far as the Naira, the access to the new note is concerned, and the petrol situation in the country is still not as good.